What is going on, guys? It's your boy Carlos and I'm back with another video. You can already tell what the video is about just by looking at the title and thumbnail. But today I am here and we're going to be doing something different than usual. Usually on my previous uploads I do a commentary where I talk about City and such. But I decided to switch it up and try to do something else. This was aimed to engage the community and share this with you guys, so I really hope you enjoy it in the end. Anyways, today we're going to be DMing City fans on Twitter and asking them who is your favorite City player and why. On some of them I actually did a follow-up question, but you will see it later in the vid. I actually had a fun time filming this. It's possibly one of my favorite things that I've done on this channel. Please be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content in the near future. We're currently closing in on 600 subs and it would definitely mean a lot. I will keep this intro short, so with nothing else to say, here it is. Enjoy. Alright guys, I'm over on Twitter as you can see here on my screen. And we're going to be messaging people on here. We're going to send them a DM. I actually have a list of City fans here that I will be messaging. And I also have more, but for now we're going to be using these. We're going to be switching it up and we're going to be asking who is your favorite City player. So now this is the real test. I want to see who the City fans prefer. So we're going to be asking this person, who is your favorite City player and why? And we're going to see what this person says. Okay, go to Charlie's account. It seems to be a Ferran Torres fan. So we're going to send him this question as well. This one, I will also send this question. And you can sort of already tell what their answer is going to be just based on their profile and their profile picture. So I wouldn't be surprised if they say that as their favorite player. We're going to go over to Lewis and ask him this question. Who's your favorite City player and why? And we're going to go over to Philip. Pretty interesting profile picture actually. Hold on. Yep, Kermit the Frog. Okay, so I got one reply. And it says all time or right now. Okay, so let's do both. I'm gonna tell him, let's do both. Start with all time. Let's see what he says. I'm looking to DM more people, but I think we got a reply. Yeah, it's from the same guy. There's probably Saba, because he was so passionate and was always consistent. What about you? Yeah, actually Sabaleta, he was a very good defender, especially in the derbies. You could tell he was passionate and he loved the club. But he said, what about me? Of all time? I'd actually have to think about this one. Okay, so I think I made my decision. I do have some favorite players from previous time periods and decades, but I think, and for some of you it's a bit common, but I think David Silva is probably one of my favorite players, just because as well he was consistent throughout the decade. And you know, he was always there for the club. So I think David Silva is my favorite of all time. So I'm just gonna send that to answer his question. So I accidentally asked who is your favorite City fan instead of who is your favorite City player. So this guy seems a bit confused, so I'm going to say I meant City player. Haha. So let's see what this guy has to say. Okay, meanwhile I was gone. I followed a few more City fans that I will be asking, and I think they followed back. Yeah, as you can see, they are following back, but I'm still having a conversation with these two people. He also says Sabaleta because of his passion and love for the club. He loves and understands what it means to wear the shirt, and that is true. That's actually the second person that has said Sabaleta so far, so I'm going to tell him that. You and another person have said Sabaleta so far. Wow. Okay, let's see what this person has to say. Yeah, he never dropped below a 7 out of 10 and was an important player for us. He would be second for my all-time. Okay, so now I'm going to ask him his favorite City player as of now. as in the current team. So let's say, so what about your current City player? And we shall see. So we got a couple of followers, so I'm going to be asking these the same question. Who is your favorite City player and why? And go back, see this profile picture. Vincent Company with Sergio Aguero. And let's go DM this person and why. And then let's just go ahead and copy and paste this and DM the third person. So we just messaged Jamie and we're going to wait, but so far I'm having a conversation with this guy. Sometimes it's about passion, especially in this derby. We needed passion. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Today we showed lack of passion, and it seemed and our performance seemed very careless, unfortunately. Okay, as I'm waiting for new people, I think we got a message. So this guy said it's Foden because he's just sick in it. Yeah, that is true. Actually, we needed Foden today for the derby because we really needed that passion. But, you know, Pep just didn't play him. I don't know why. He was rested. I thought he was going to get some game time today, but apparently not. So let's just reply, yeah, he is sick. He should have played in the derby today. So we got another person that followed us just now. We're going to ask him the question and why. Meanwhile, we get a response. I got a reply from this guy. He said, yeah, watching the game, and I've never seen De Bruyne play so badly. Everyone was bad barred Walker when he came on, to be honest. And yeah, to be honest, it wasn't De Bruyne's hottest game of the season. He had misplaced passes, but you know, he's still coming back from injury, so obviously he still has a little bit of rust. But hopefully it wears off within the next few matches, especially since we have the Champions League game coming up. Yes, unfortunately, De Bruyne. So those misplaced passes. Okay, so we just sent him that. And we got a message from Jamie. So let's see, right now or all time? Tough question. All time, I just love David Silva, pure talent on the ball. Aguero is close. Yeah, actually, I was going to say, if it wasn't David Silva, my favorite player of all time, I was thinking of saying Aguero, just because, you know, he's a club legend. Jamie had said David Silva of all time, so we're going to ask, what about as of right now? What about right now? Let's see what they have to say. There's too many at the moment, to be honest, but probably Gundogan, but Stones and Diaz have shouts. What about you? Yeah, honestly, Gundogan has been doing incredible this season, especially with all those goals he has been banging. And Stones and Diaz, you know, they've been a good center back pairing. Obviously, they have clean sheets, and we've conceded the few goals this season. Honestly, I feel like Bernardo is one of the people that puts in the effort, that has a lot of work, and still underrated. Like, yes, some people recognize his work, but I still feel like he's massive for us. So I'm going to say Bernardo as of now. So I said Bernardo is probably one of my favorites as of now. His work ethic is immense and very massive for the team. So Jamie has asked, hard to choose again because so many are good. I think Foden, good seeing an academy player come through, and that kid is class. Gonna be quality player for us. How about you? So to answer Jamie's question, I'm going to say the same as the guy over here. He said, oh wow, I completely forgot about him. Yeah, his work rate is so crucial. I reckon he would have changed the game today. Yeah, you see, this is what I'm talking about. Bernardo is that type of player that maybe he doesn't get the spotlight all the time. Yeah, he gets an assist, he scores, but you know, he's much more than that. So I feel like he is underappreciated in the City fan base, and we should appreciate him more and cherish him more. So to answer Jamie's question, I'm just going to say the same thing as I said over here. Okay, so now we're back in this conversation. So we were talking about De Bruyne, and he says, I think it was just a fixture congestion, to be honest. So many games and Pep barely changed the starting 11 throughout, so they were all just tired, I'd say. We're still 11 points clear at the top at the end of the day. I'm going to reply, yes, this season has been awful when it comes to match fixtures, but yes, we are still chasing that Premier League trophy. So Lewis has given us an answer. Has to be Foden, so clean on the ball, and it has that bit of versatility, being able to play as a midfielder and also a winger, and playing both very well. Also has shown some good finishing abilities. It is great to see an academy at this top level, see him grow. So now I wanted to ask the follow-up question, and that is, whoever their favorite player is, what would you do if that player were to leave the club? Alright guys, so I came across this Twitter page named Gonaldo. So you can already tell this person's a Gundogan fan. So I'm going to be asking him the follow-up question as well. What would you do if Gundogan left the club as of today? Okay, so for the last person, I'm going to ask Lewis. What would you do if Foden, for some reason, left the club? So we have a response from Gonaldo. He said he would cry himself to sleep. Gondo left. I would fall into deep depression. Nothing but pain. So Lewis has said, oh my god, he actually gave us some paragraph. Be pretty upset, but I'd still follow his career. Like if he went to Real Madrid, let's say, I'd probably still follow some of his games and see how he progresses. But the likelihood of that happening, I think, is very slim. Foden has been a City fan since he was a kid, and I don't think City will want to sell him. I can see them getting a super high price tag for him and nobody will want to pay it. So I see him being some sort of club legend where he stays here for the majority of his career. But yeah, if he wants to leave, I would still follow his career and see how he gets on. So I'm going to message this guy back and say that, yeah, that is reasonable. Just like some City fans do with Sonny. Anyways guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, I actually had fun filming this, and if you want me to do more community type videos like these, make sure to leave a comment down below. Leave a suggestion on what I should do, and remember to like and subscribe. I really hope you have a great rest of your day wherever you are. But other than that, it has been your boy, and peace out.